What is good, YouTube? Hey, it's Eminem week. Told you. And I have to get ready for the bars. Y'all told me to get ready for, well, you know, he's putting on his new album. And you guys recommended Alfred's theme because it's supposed to be bar heavy. Now, with that said, because it's Eminem and it's bar heavy, I got the lyrics pulled up. I got to have them pulled up because I don't want to miss a lot of bars. Now, if it's Eminem, bar Eminem, I'm probably going to miss a lot of them. But y'all tell me. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know which ones you have. But if I do a good job on this or a decent job, man, guys, hit that subscribe button, you know, right there, that one. Because we are on the road to 5K, and I really can't get there without you. And so I need your help. Let's get there. Or 5K, 10, we're on the road to 10K. And it would be so cool to get up to 10K before the album drops on the 12th. So I think we can do it. I have faith in y'all. Hopefully you have faith in me. So with that said, let's do this. Oh, yeah. And before we start, it's Alfred's theme. So obviously we know it's gonna be Alfred Hitchcock. You know, it's the theme song. And so again, I don't know how many I'm gonna catch, but video, here it is. Someone's scared as they're getting buried. Alright, it's killing them.
Before I check the mic, I give it an extra swipe with a Lysol disinfectant wipe. Coronavirus in effect tonight. Antiseptics on deck, I got every type. I throw on my...
Okay, so what he's saying here is... Oh, there goes my mic again. He's saying, listen guys, I'm sick. You know, I'm sick. I'm bad. I've got a virus. You know, who needs a doctor? My mic's not working here. What's going on here? You know, and I'll just leave it like that. That's fine. Who needs a doctor? You know, and you know who's the doctor? Of course, it's Dr. Dre. But I don't think Dr. Dre's on this one. I think this is an Eminem beat. I think Eminem put this together, as far as I know. But let me know in the comments. You know, let's kick this back. It's a clever bar though. Coronavirus, antiseptics, you know, disinfectant, wipe, you know, mic, all that stuff. That's great. Brilliant.
Coronavirus in effect tonight. Antiseptics on deck, I got every type. I throw on my tux, then I give 0 fucks, then I act like a jock strap. Cup my nuts, then I check my ball hair. Make sure it's all there. They call the pallbearer. It's music to be murdered by. And why stop? Overkill like a pipe bomb in your pine box. You're all hitched to my cock. Went from punching the time clock to getting my shot and treated it like a cyclops. Like it's...
Okay, let's kick that back. Sorry, guys.
Type, I throw on my tux, then I give 0 fucks, then I act like a jock strap. Cup my nuts, then I check my ball hair. Make sure it's all there. They call the pallbearer. It's music to be murdered by. And why stop? Overkill like a pipe bomb in your pine box. You're all next to my cock.
Dude, okay, that's an interesting scene. Go lay down, Priscilla. Go lay down. So he's doing the jock strap, nuts, ball hair, you know. Priscilla, baby. All right, go say hi. Hi, Priscilla. All right, you're on the screen. Just what you want. There you go. All right, lay down. So he's doing the jockstrap, that whole scheme, but he's also talking about a bald head. Then he says pallbearer. And then he talks about going over the top, like an overkill. They're throwing a pipe bomb into a pine box, which would be, what's a pine box? A casket. He's like, listen, I've already killed you with this music to be murdered by. But I'm going to overkill you because once you're dead, I'm going to throw a pipe bomb in your casket anyways and just, you know, do that. And then he said, you're all hitched on my cock, which is a clever bar because he's talking about the penis scheme. You're hitched on my penis is what he's saying, but also Alfred Hitchcock, which is actually a really clever bar.
And why stop? Overkill like a pipe bomb in your pine box. You're all hitched to my cock. Went from punching the time clock to getting my shot and treated it like a cyclops. Like it's the only one I got. And my thoughts are like nines cock. Every line's obscene, perverted as mine got the dirtiest rhyme stock. That's why there's parental advising. Every time I drop my
So what in the 8 Mile is going on, you know? This reminds me of 8 Mile, punching the time clock. He's at the factory, you know, getting his one shot, going back to, you know, you only get one shot, right? It's your chance to blow, hey! But going back to that, and then he does this whole thing with Cyclops only have, only one eye got, right? So you get one, like you have one shot. It's the only one I got, but one eye, third eye, Cyclops. That's pretty brilliant. And then he says, thoughts like nines cocked, going back to that penis scheme, but also a nines like a gun, but also going back to the jockstrap scheme, which is pretty brilliant. And then what else did he say? Let me hear this again. I mean, I have the lyrics here, but
one I got in my
because it's not just about the lyrics, it's about the way he says it, which you got to hear that.
Getting my shot and treated it like a cyclops, like it's the only one I got. And my thoughts are like nines cocked. Every line's obscene, perverted is mine. Got the dirtiest rhyme stock. That's why there's parental advising. Every time I drop my, so throwing the theme to Alfred.
Yeah. So he says, so he does the perverted scheme, right? He says my thoughts are like perverted. They're dirty, and he's going back to the nine cock scheme, which would be if there's nine cocks, not the gun, but the penises, that's dirty, obviously, that whole scheme there. And then he does this rhymes, he says, what do you say here? He says, every line obscene, pervertiest mind, got the dirtiest rhyme stocked. And I like this one, stocked, because he's going back to the cock, but he's going to the rooster cock, right? And stock because they're livestock, which I think is pretty cool. And then the coolest bar that I've heard so far is he says that's why there's a parental advising. He didn't say advisory, he says advising. The way he says it, Visine, like eye drops, and then he throws that whole thing in there, eye drops, which is pretty clever as well. And I want to make sure, especially if you have that third eye clops thing going on there.
That's why there's parental advising. Every time I drop my, so throwing the theme to Alfred, I'll channel him like the pen.
Yeah, so he goes every time I drop. So every time he drops an album, but he's also talking about, the Cyclops with third eye, the Visine. So that's clever. Clever.
Every time I drop my, so throwing the theme to Alfred, I'll channel him like the Panama Canal. But how could I get up in arms about you saying trash is all that I put out? Bitch,
This is one of those Eminem songs. Oh my gosh, that every single line is a bar. Every line is a bar. Oh my gosh. He says, I'm channeling Alfred. I'm channeling. Like, remember, Alfred Hitchcock used to be on the TV channel, right? So you'd flip through the channel, put it on the channel, but he's also channeling, but also the Panama Canal channel. So he's doing a triple there. That's actually pretty brilliant. And then he says, up in arms, because up in arms means, you're all upset, but also up in arms, he's going back to that Glock 9 scheme there, which is really sad. And then he says, people are saying my music is trash. My music is garbage. And he says, but I get the bag when I put out the garbage, meaning I get the money when I put out what you call garbage, but also the garbage. I receive a bag for what you call trash. So when I put out the trash, I'm getting the bag. Dude, that's another brilliant double there.
Every time I drop my, so throwing the theme to Alfred, I'll channel him like the Panama Canal. But how could I get up in arms about you saying trash is all that I put out? Bitch, I still get the bag when I'm putting garbage out. Plus the potty mouth, I'm not about to wash it out. The filthiest, so all this talk about I'm washed up how preposterous. Because if cleanliness is next to godliness, it's obvious that it's impossible for me to be beside myself.
I mean, think about that. Well, let's break this down. Priscilla, what? Go lay down. Priscilla, go lay down. Lay down. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Lay down. Stay. Let me kick that back. Sorry, guys.
You saying trash is all that I put out. Bitch, I still get the bag when I'm putting garbage out. Plus the potty mouth, I'm not about to wash it out. The filthiest, so all this talk about I'm washed up how preposterous. Because if cleanliness is next to godliness, it's obvious that it's impossible for me to be beside myself.
Yeah, so potty mouth, wash it out, goes back to parents parental advising their kids to wash their mouths. Again, going back to that Visine scheme, washed up. But people are saying that, you're washed up. You can't do this anymore. So using the washed up, he's not washed up, but washing your mouth out. It's not the end of your career washed up. And then he talks about, he uses the scripture, actually. He uses the scripture, and it's cleanliness is next to godliness. You know, and that is a scripture for those of you who don't know. But he's saying, listen, I'm dirty. How can I be a holy God when I'm dirty and filthy and I'm the rap God? How can I stand beside myself? But also I'm standing beside myself like my mind's like, you really think that there could be two of me? Is what he's saying. Hashtag rap God. Oh.
Plus the potty mouth.
He's gonna kill me on this one.
I'm not about to wash it out the filthiest, so all this talk about I'm washed up how preposterous, because of cleanliness is next to godliness. It's obvious that it's impossible for me to be beside myself. And I'm about that capital like a proper noun. Still on top of the pile. Got me sitting on numbers like a pocket dial. Quick to call you out on your bullshit. Don't make me give that crocodile.
Capital. You know, I'm a business owner, so we always need capital for our payroll, right? You got to have capital, but capital is the beginning of a noun there. So he says, I'm about the capital like a proper noun. I'm about the money like a proper noun, which is, what is it? Person, place, or thing. And noun, they're always capitalized. So that's pretty brilliant. He says, I'm sitting on the money, or I'm sitting on the money, or on top of the pile. I'm sitting on the numbers, which would be the money, like a pocket dial, like a phone. You sit on your phone, you're sitting on the money. And he says, don't make me give that croc a dial. So that dude, he's a joke. Don't make me call him on my phone, but also crocodile, like alligator crocodile. Brilliant bar.
Like a crocodile, quick to call you out on your bullshit. Don't make me give that crocodile, cause if I do it, see you later. Alligator made it out the trailer, then I made a vow to cater to no one, so hate. I've gained about the same amount that's in my bank account, so here's some more shit for you to complain about. I say the bars that never slack, but always get attacked. I think they're gunning for me, it's starting to feel like that. Like I'm marked, cause when I rap, it's like falling on my back in a tar pit, cause I have this target on my back. Hell.
Dude. Oh my gosh, the bars. Priscilla, lay down, baby. Thank you. The bars. So again, going to that, giving that, don't give me your bull, your bull crap, that crocodile. Then he says, see you later, alligator. Remember that? See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. He says, because if I do, I'll see you later, alligator. Now, how does M think of these things? I have no idea. Priscilla. Sorry, guys. Let me kick this back.
Cause if I do it, see you later, alligator. Made it out the trailer, then I made a vow to cater to no one, so
oh, that's a bar.
About the same amount that's in my bank account, so here's some more shit for you to complain about. I say the bars that never slack, but always get attacked. I think they're gunning for me, it's starting to feel like that. Like I'm marked, cause when I rap, it's like falling on my back in a tar pit, cause I have this target on my back. Hell.
Dude, he's spitting out bars, and he's going back to, I think, the 8 Mile scheme for me. He says, I made it out of the trailer, right? How do you say that? He said, I made it out of the trailer. I should have just pulled this up. I don't.
Self, and I'm about that capital like a proper noun. Still on top of the pile. Got me sitting on numbers like a pocket dial. Quick to call you out on your bullshit. Don't make me give that crocodile. Cause if I do it, see you later, alligator. Made it out the trailer, then I made a vow to cater to no one.
Oh, yeah. So he says, I made it out the trailer. So, you know, and he says, I made a vow to cater to no one. So if you think about this bar here too, he's doing a wedding bar, because what do you bring to a wedding? You have a caterer, and they have their stuff. They bring it all in a trailer. And what do you have at a wedding? Vows, right? So I left the trailer. So he's doing the whole trailer park, but wedding scheme there, which is really cool. And then, he also says, like my pockets are deep, right? Like the hate he gets, which I think is really, really clever. And then he says, people are gunning for me, marked, target. He's using this gun thing, like I've been marked and they're going after me. And he says, it's like falling in a tar pit. I've got a target on my back. And when you fall into a tar pit, what happens? Tar gets on your back. Target. It's another brilliant one. Go lay down.
I've gained about the same amount that's in my bank account, so here's some more shit for you to complain about. I say the bars that never slack, but always get attacked. I think they're gunning for me, it's starting to feel like that. Like I'm marked, cause when I rap, it's like falling on my back in a tar pit, cause I have this target on my back. Hell yeah. But if I ever double crossed my fans and lost my stance, I'd probably pop 5 Zans. Go in my garage, start my band, inhale as much carbon monoxide and exhaust I can, and dose.
But if I ever double cross my fans and lost my stands, All right, so we know stans are, like, he wrote a song. Those are his fans. Those are, those are all of us who, we're called stans if we like him. But he double cross your stans. And then he says, I'd probably pop vibe Zans. And I'm looking at the lyrics, and Zans is Xans. And if you cross off stans with a double cross, the ST, you're going to have XXANS, which is an incredible, incredible thing. And then he says, I inhale, I go in my garage, I start my van, I inhale so much carbon monoxide and exhaust I can and doze off like, and then he does his thing, which you see here.
Soft like, but odds like that with these thoughts I have.
Yeah, so that's what it says, and doze off like, and it has Z's. And so you have the double cross target scheme. You have the Stan scheme there. And then you have the sleep from the Xanax there, which knocks you out, which inhaling, and when you, after you inhale, you exhaust, you exhale, exhaust, but you also have the exhaust from the car, and the exhaust from the Xanax and the carbon monoxide will both put you to sleep. So there's like a double and a triple there too.
I'd probably pop 5 Xans, go in my garage, start my band, inhale as much carbon monoxide and exhaust I can, and doze off like, but odds like that with these thoughts I have, like a giant getting squashed by ants.
That won't happen.
This is a test the time I pass with flying colors, like I just tossed my crayons. Small, medium.
Go lay down. Priscilla loves to get on my lap as soon as I hit record. But he said, listen, a giant is never going to get stomped by ants. So he's doing, obviously, a hyperbole here. He's making exaggerations. So a giant will never get squashed by ants. That's a hyperbole. And then I'm saying, listen, if all this hate is testing me, that's what he's saying, I'm going to pass the test with flying colors because I have tossed my crayons. So, you're one, what do we say? You're 2 fries short of a Happy Meal. You've lost your mind. He's lost his crayons, but he's also tossed his crayons. So flying colors? Dude, that's brilliant. Meaning, I'm crazy. Go for it. Great.
But odds like that with these thoughts I have, like a giant getting squashed by ants. If this is the test, the time I pass with flying colors, like I just tossed my crayons. Small, medium, and large size cans, sanitizers of all types, brands, cost 9 bands, which is a small price for Lysol wipes. And if my palms brush across my pants, I wash my hands.
That's great. So 9 bands, it's like different, he's talking about different kinds of brands, right? Like, sanitizing brands. But a band is also $1,000, right? So he's got $9,000, And what M is really saying here in this bar is like, listen, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm so sick, and I just wipe my hands on my pants. That's how sick I am. I'm sick in the head, but I'm also sick using that previous COVID scheme that he did in the beginning. Which again, brilliant.
Small price for Lysol wipes, and if my palms brush across my pants, I wash my hands. Shit. Hold on. Motherfucker. Happy birthday.
Wash your hands, bro.
I said,
wait. Is he washing his hands? Happy birthday to me.
Fuck. Happy birthday to...
I don't get this.
I sit in silence in candlelit environments, sipping wild Irish while getting violent. Homicidal visions when I'm spitting like this, but really I'm just fulfilling my wish of killing rhymes, which is really childish and silly, but I'm really like this. I'm giving nightmares to Billie Eilish. I'm Diddy's side bitch.
Wait, what? What? What in the Diddy? Here, Diddy's what? Dude, Emma's trolling. Okay? M's like a serial killer. He's just systematically trolling, And we know that with the Billie Eilish has said in an interview one time that she was terrified, that she had nightmares of Eminem, which I think is that, and I think she was quoting Gambino too, right? Childish Gambino as one of her favorite artists or something, and he had a role in a horror movie which was called the Lazarus effect. And if you know anything about Lazarus in the Bible, he was raised from the dead kind of thing. And so M's doing he's doing at least a double. It might be a triple, but he's saying, listen, let me get the lyric here. He says, which is really childish and silly. I'm sorry. He says, but really, I'm just fulfilling my wish of killing rhyme. So this is Murder to Music By, which is really childish and silly, referencing Childish Gambino, but also referencing it's childish that I'm doing this, but I'm really like this. Like I really think this way. I'm giving nightmares to Billie Eilish. Dude, what in the... Diddy. Oh, I can't. I just can't, dude. He's a troll.
Silly, but I'm really like this. I'm giving nightmares to Billie Eilish. I'm Diddy's side bitch. What the fuck? Hold on, wait. I'm Diddy's side bitch. Oh, I'm still East Side bitch. Been giving y'all the business. DRE and me.
Hold on. I'm laughing over that.
Really childish and silly, but I'm really like this. I'm giving nightmares to Billie Eilish. I'm Diddy's side bitch. What the fuck? Hold on, wait. I'm Diddy's side bitch. Oh, I'm still East Side bitch. So till the E&D, Cincy PMD, been giving y'all the business. DRE and me, from the MMLP to MTB&B.
Oh yeah.
Just 2020, you still ain't seeing me.
Did he just troll Diddy? Oh wait, I just did a bar. Diddy, see it? Did he just troll Diddy? Just kidding. But no, he's like, no, listen, it's not Diddy, it's East Side. You know, he uses a bad word, and then he shouts out EMPD. You know, and he's keeping the bars strictly business when he does this. Now, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Strictly Business debut album, get it? And then he does a shout out to Dr. Dre, and then he shouts out the Marshall Mathers LP all the way through Music to Be Murdered By LP. And then obviously this came out 4 years ago, so he's referencing 2020. And he's like, listen, you still ain't seeing me, but seeing 2020 is seeing. The music came out in 2020. He's so far above everybody. He's so far out of sight that you can't see him. So that's a brilliant one too. Brilliant.
What the fuck? Hold on, wait. I'm Diddy's side bitch. Oh, I'm still East Side bitch. So till the E&D,
so funny.
Cincy PMD,
he's so funny.
Giving y'all the business. DRE and me, from the MMLP to MTB&B. Bitches 2020, you still ain't seeing me. So call me Santa Claus. Cause at the present, I out-rap them all. I'm at the mall. Got your bitch in the bathroom stall. She can suck a basketball through a plastic straw with a fractured jaw. My dick.
Dude, you crack me up. You could suck a basketball through a straw with a broken jaw in the mall. But going back to what he was saying, he was doing a Christmas scheme. Obviously, he's talking about Santa, presents, wrap, right? You're gonna wrap your gifts. But he's also saying, like, my bars are so, my rapping is so bar heavy, you know, like Santa Claus. I'm like Santa Claus. Presently, I'm still rapping at top of the game. I'm still there. No one can beat me even today. I'm in the present, which I think is pretty slick. So that's a slick scheme there.
In a bathroom stall, she can suck a basketball through a plastic straw.
That's hilarious.
My dick is coat check. She wanna jack it off. I'm so far past the bar, I should practice law.
Dude.
Mentally, I'm fucked up generally. Duke's a hazard car. Get the cadaver dogs, cause this is murder, and you get murk.
Okay, so he says my junk is coat check. So obviously a condom on there, right? She wanna jack it off, so you have your coat and your jacket, but also you know, sexually do those things, which is a clever bar. And he says, I have so many bars, I should practice law. Now, why would he say that? Because if you're gonna practice law, you have to pass the bar. You know, you have to pass that exam. And then he says, I am generally messed up mentally. He says, mentally, I'm effed up generally. So I'm generally messed up, but there's also generally. And then he says, Dukes of Hazzard's car. So Dukes of Hazzard's car is called General Lee, but it's named after a Confederate general in our Civil War, General Lee. So he's doing a triple there, which I think is very, very clever. And he's bringing it there. So clever bar.
I'm so far past the bar, I should practice law. Mentally, I'm fucked up generally. Duke's a hazard car. Get the cadaver dogs, cause this is murder, and you get murk. This music about to kill you.
And Murder to Be Music By, it's about to kill you.
This chicken hit my phone. She said, chirp. I said, hut. Hike your skirt.
Dude, what in the football are you doing here? Hike up your skirt? What kind of bar is this? Oh, this is brilliant. I love it. Dude, he's so funny.
This is murder.
He's so funny.
You get murk. This music about to kill you. Chicken hit my phone. She said chirp. I said hut.
Chirp.
Hike your skirt. Then go eat some worms like the early bird.
Oh.
What the fuck is love? That's a dirty word. Make me fall in it. It's not a girl on Earth or any other planet. That's a world of hurt. And now
Dude, so he's spinning a lot of bars here too. This is actually pretty clever because he's having fun with this music's about to kill you. This chicken hit my phone, so he's going into the bird scheme. She said chirps, calling her a bird, right? I said hut, hike up your skirt, so he's doing that football scheme. And then he says, then go eat some worms, because who eats the worms? Like an early bird. The early bird gets the worm. And then he says, what the blank is love. That's a dirty word. And what is dirty? Dirt. It's like, he says, the girl on earth. So he says, there's not a girl on earth, which would be the dirty word. And then he says, or other planets. That's a world of hurt. So going back to the scheme of planet, earth, world, using that scheme, but talking about, listen, I'm not going to fall in love anymore. It's a world of hurt. So clever double on that one. That's an incredible scheme. I wish I could think like this. I can to like one word every now and again, but not on this level where every single thing he's saying here is a bar. Everything.
then go eat some worms like the early bird. What the fuck is
Killing
love?
me.
That's a dirty word. Make me fall in it. It's not a girl on Earth or any other planet. That's a world of hurt. And I won't buy a designer, cause I don't pander. But I'm back with so many knots, I need a chiropractor. Make me fall in it. It's not a girl on Earth or any other planet. That's a world of hurt. And I won't buy a designer, cause I don't pander. But I'm back with so many knots, I need a chiropractor. And it's the final chapter, cause I'm either frying after, or they gon' give me the needle like a vinyl scratcher.
I don't pander. I won't buy a designer because I don't pander or panda. And I'm thinking of the artist designer who has the song Panda. And I wonder if he's shouting them out. Okay. But then he says knots, right? But I'm back with so many knots. Knots is another term for money. But then he also says, I need a chiropractor, which would go with knots if you have knots in your back or anything like that. And then he says, and this is the final chapter, but we know it's not because he's putting out, obviously, a new album now. Because I'm either frying after, so is he going to, like, go to hell? Is that what he's saying? But, again, he's frying my brain here. And then he says, they go on, give me the needle like a vinyl scratcher. Okay, so needles like a drug, but also like a vinyl, referencing old hip hop. Chicka, 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 you know, scratching. Chicka, chicka, Slim Shady, right? Brilliant. Brilliant. He's frying my brain, though.
It's the final chapter, cause I'm either frying after, or they gon' give me the needle like a vinyl scratcher. Yeah, I'm a card, like Hallmark, at Walmart with a small cart buying wall art. And y'all who claim to be dogs aren't. No bite, like a tree, mostly just all bark,
Oh, so that's cool. Dog, tree, what do they both have in common? They both bark. That's brilliant. But he says, hey, I'm a wild card, like Hallmark, you know? And you guys are just like a dog. You're not a dog, you're like a dog, but more like a tree, where all you do is bark. All you do is bark. Can't do anything.
And y'all who claim to be dogs aren't. No bite, like a tree, mostly just all bark, bark, bark. But y'all picking the wrong tree. They call me Dog B, cause I'm barking, bark, bark, bark. And I got a lot, yeah, like where cars park. I describe it as bowling, ball hard, balls hard.
So he's on that dog scheme. I just let my dog out there. She's scratching on the door wanting in. So he says, listen, you guys aren't dogs. I'm the dog. He's going to flip it now. And he says, listen, you're barking up the wrong tree. Going up, again, you know, he said previously like that, you're no bite, you're like a tree, mostly all bark, right? So, but you're barking up the wrong tree is what he says. He says, they call me dog because I'm the barking. And he puts that space in there. Bar king. I am the king of bars, but I'm also the dog. I'm barking like a dog. And then he says, I got a lot, speaking of his bars. Like where cars park, so speaking like a car parking lot. And then he says, is that what he said? Hold on here. I think that's where we ended it. Hold on.
Y'all picking the wrong tree, they call me Dog B, cause I'm barking. Bark, 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 and I got a lot, yeah. Like where cars park, I describe it as bowling.
Oh, yeah.
Hard balls.
Yeah, and he says, you know, it's like bowling. I'm a baller. Like a bowling ball's hard, I'm a baller, you know? So don't mess with me is kind of what he's saying here.
And I got a
Brilliant.
lot, yeah. Like where cars park, I describe it as bowling. Why? Ball hard, balls hard. Cause the gutter's where my mind isn't winning. It's in this frame, but I split like the 5 and the 10. Cause without a second to spare, I'm striking again. And when the beat is up my alley, I go right for the pins. The cipher.
Dude! Oh, the scheme here. He's doing the whole bowling scheme. So this is a full-on double. I love it. He's talking about gutter, frame, split, spare, strike, pins. All of that is a bowling scheme, right? And he could literally be talking about bowling this whole time. But he's not. He's also talking about the ability to write sick bars, you know? He says, because the gutter is where my mind's been, but the ball can go in the gutter. You don't want it there, but that's where it can go. It's in this frame, this mind frame that I'm in, this frame of mind, I should say, or this frame, which is a bowling term here, better split like a 5 and a 10. You can split a 10 into 5s, but you also have the 5 and 10 in your bowling scheme. Because without a second to spare, so again, you can get a spare in there. Without a second to spare, I'm striking again. You can get a strike, a spare, a strike. And when the beat is up my alley, again, the alley, the bowling alley, I go right for the pins, bowling pins, but also for my pin because I'm a lyricist. Brilliant, 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 brilliant bars. Brilliant.
Cause the gutter's where my mind isn't winning. It's in this frame, but I split like the 5 and the 10. Cause without a second to spare, I'm striking again. And when the beat is up my alley, I go right for the pins. The cipher begins. I'm talking smack like heroin. The mic's a syringe. It's like a binge, Vicodin. I would liken the tin. My mind is a recycling bin. There's no.
Dude, that's clever because he says the cipher begins or decipher. Like you're going to decipher my bars, right? And then he says smack. I'm talking smack. So I'm talking my crap. I'm talking it. But smack is also another term for heroin. I'm injecting smack. But in this case, when I inject it, I'm not injecting it in my arm here. I'm injecting it through the mic. The mic is my syringe, is what he's saying. And it's like a binge. You go on a binge of Vicodin, or you go on what I do, you know, Netflix binges, whatever, you know. And he says, I would like it to a 10. My mind is a recycling bin, so a tin can recycling bin, but also a trash can garbage. His mind is garbage. He spins it all the way around there again. Again, clever bars. Clever bars. And this beat is fire. It's just a beat, da 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 da. I love that. I love that.
Pins, the cipher begins. I'm talking smack like heroin. The mic's a syringe. It's like a binge, Vicodin. I would liken the tin. My mind is a recycling bin. There's no place I never been, but I never budget. I never been. You hyperextend on me. This game's life depends. Like adult diapers for men. Even when I'm rapping less stellar, it's sour grapes. I still whine. I'm the best seller. Like a
I have a love-hate relationship with this. I have a love-hate relationship. He says, I never bend, hyperextend, right? Life's game depends. Like a diaper for me. I mean, think about this. I don't bend. I don't hyperextend. I'm staying where I'm at. Life's a game like depends. It's full of crap like men's diapers. And then he says, stellar, right? He says, even when I'm rapping less stellar, it's sour grapes, I still whine, I'm the best seller. So he's saying, listen, even if you say my stuff's trash, even if you think it's less stellar, I'm still going to shout out I'm the best seller. Because he is. He sells, because numbers don't lie. And I've heard this in my comments, like, it's always about the numbers. Well, numbers speak facts. Numbers don't lie. But the double is, there's a company called Stellar, which is a wine brand, right? And he says, but when I whine, going to the double, the Stellar wine, he says sour grapes, you know, because sour grapes, like, man, I have a bad attitude, sour grapes. But you need sour grapes to make wine. And he's a whining rapper. He's the best seller. He's selling music, but also the seller, the wine seller. So, dude, these doubles, I don't know how you think of these, Em. Like, this is, like, phenomenally, like, out of this world crazy good. Crazy good.
Even when I'm rapping less stellar, it's sour grapes, I still whine, I'm the best seller. Like a trade do spray you as these shots penetrate through Dre's booth and go straight through your grapefruit, no escape room. So you won't leave here just scathed with a few scrape wounds. Your ass is grass and I am not gonna graze you, but
Okay, so trade juice. What's a trade juice? It's a gun, right? It's gonna spray you with shots. That's what he's saying here. And he's saying, hey, my bars are aimed right at you. This is music to be murdered by, right? So my Trey juice is spray you as these shots penetrate through Dre's booth. So I'm in Dre's booth. I'm shooting it. I'm doing this stuff. I'm spitting out bars. I'm aimed right at you. There's nowhere you can go. And then he says, your butt is grass. Is what he's saying. You okay, baby? All right, lay down, baby. Thought that was my chair. It's my other dog. He says, but your butt is grass, because when M shoots, he doesn't miss, right? He doesn't graze you. He's not gonna miss, but grazing like grass, like animals graze grass. Again, another brilliant bar.
Leave here just scathed with a few scrape wounds. Your ass is grass and I am not gonna graze you. But if bars was semi-max, I'd be the Mad Hatter. Cause I got so many caps and you don't have any straps. So you'd be a
right.
Yeah. So don't act like you fit in the snap. Bitch, I'll pee on your head like a Phillies hat. You'll stop.
Okay, so M's bars are more than a semi-automatic, a semi-mac, right? But he's the Mad Hatter, he says, because he's got so many caps. Capping you like a gun. He's got a cap, but he's got a cap. And then he says, he's using this gun scene, semi-mac, cap, strap. He says, you don't have a strap. You don't have one. And then he's talking about a fitted cap. A fitted cap are the caps that have the bands that you pull off, right? On the back of it, you snap them back on there. And he says, you're not going to snap on me, because you're not going to snap like the fitted cap. And then he says, I'm going to just pee on your face. I'm going to pee on your head like a Phillies hat. And you're like a Phillies hat? How does a Phillies hat have to do it? Well, a Phillies hat's going to have the letter P on it. So you're wearing a fitted P's hat. He's peeing on the Phillies. But he's dude, this is brilliant. But hey, I'm going to pee on your face, man. That's what's going to happen. You're nobody to me. And then obviously this line, no stopping me. You can't stop me. Can't stop me. Can't stop me.
Send me max, I be the Mad Hatter. Cause I got so many caps and you don't have any straps. So you be a fitted. Yeah. So don't act like you fit in the snap. Bitch, I'll pee on your head like a Phillies hat. No stopping me. You're on a window shopping spree. Bitch, you'd probably go broke at the Dollar Tree. You never buy shit. All you ever cops a plea. You're always punking out like Halloween. You rather.
That's another brilliant bar too. He's like, you're broke. At the Dollar Tree, the dollar store is what we call it here. All you can do is window shopping. That's all you can do. You have no money. And he said you can't buy anything. All you have are excuses. So you might as well just cop a plea or, get a plea bargain if you would. And he says you're always punkin'. You're always a punkin'. Like Halloween, like a pumpkin. Halloween, pumpkin. Again, another who's he talking about here?
Buy shit, or you ever cops a plea, you're always punking out.
Is this a Ja Rule? Is this a Benzino? Who's he talking to? Is this a MGK? Unless the list goes on. Let's just go down the list. Who is this?
Like Halloween, you rather.
Is this Melly Mel? I know this is before Melly Mel.
You're on a window shopping spree, but you'd probably go broke at the Dollar Tree. You never buy shit, or you ever cops a plea. You're always punking out like Halloween. You rather opt to flee. You need to stop it, punk homie. You're not a G. Act like you got the pump. You're gonna cock the heat or get the Glock and dump. Bitch, if you shot a tree, you wouldn't pop the trunk. Yeah.
That's it. So again, you'd rather opt to flee. Again, you could opt a plea in a sense. You need to stop it. And again, you're a punk. You're not a gangster. You're a punk. And then he says, shot a tree, pop a trunk. I mean, what in the trunk or tree is happening here? I don't know if you guys know this, but as pastor, we oftentimes will do alternatives for Halloween for the kids. And a lot of churches, we call it trunk or treat instead of trick or treat. You drive up in your car and we give out candy and it's safe, trunk or treat, kind of that. So I don't know if he's referencing that. He already referenced the scripture once, so why not reference that?
Cock the heat or get the Glock and dump. Bitch, if you shot a tree, you wouldn't pop the trunk. Yeah, and I'm
also shot a tree trunk. Couldn't pop the trunk. That's another one. Another bar there.
Or get the Glock and dump. Bitch, if you shot a tree, you wouldn't pop the trunk. Yeah, and I'm buddies with Alfred. We about to disembowel them, gut them, and scalp them. Yeah, this is about to be the bloodiest outcome. Cause we gon' make you bleed with every cut from this album. So I'm.
Ooh. So he's referencing Alfred Hitchcock. You can see in the video he had a picture of Hitchcock sitting there with him. Hitchcock was it was the horror of TV sitcom back in the day. But he says, listen, you're going to get a cut from this album, like a cut from this track. You're going to have a track from this album. But also what happens when you get cut? You bleed, right? And so what's this song or what's this album that's on? Music to be Murdered By. This album, this cut, these tracks are going to make you bleed because it's bar heavy. And it's bar heavy. Bar heavy.
This is about to be the bloodiest outcome, cause we gon' make you bleed with every cut from this album. So I'm chopping them up like Dahmer, the nut job with the nuts to the beginning. I'm in the cut and I'm out for the blood. It's looking like it's that time of them, I'm carving them up.
Wait, let's kick that back again.
And I'm buddies with Alfred.
He's speeding it up. Like, hey, Alfred. Alfred Hitchcock, and is that supposed to be M with the fro, with a faux hawk playing keys?
Alfred, we about to disembowel them, gut them and scalp them. Yeah, this is about to be the bloodiest outcome, cause we gon' make you bleed with every cut from this album. So I'm chopping them up like Dahmer, the nut job with the nuts to the bigger than job of the hut. I'm in the cut and I'm out for the blood. It's looking like it's that time of them, I'm carving them up.
Dude, leave Princess Leia alone with your Jabba the Hutt nut bar. But first he says, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm sorry, he says Jeffrey Dahmer. He mentions Jeffrey Dahmer. He said, I'm chopping him up like Jeffrey Dahmer. Again, he's talking about spitting out bars, right? I'm chopping up these bars and chopping up people, so there's your double, like Jeffrey Dahmer, who's a serial killer, Meaning, like, I'm nuts. I'm more nuts than Jeffrey Dahmer. My nuts are as big as Jabba the Hutt, right? Going to the Star Wars scheme. And then he says, I'm in the cut, meaning like this, like I've made it. Like I'm in the song. This is, I've done, I do whatever I want. I've excelled. But going back to that cut scheme where I'm cut, I'm bleeding, and then he throws in, it's looking like it's that time of the month. He's like, yo, bro, you're going to have to get your filthy rags, your tampons out because it's that time of the month. Because this is going to be a slaughterhouse. A slaughterhouse. Go him. Chop him up.
The job with the nuts to the bigger than job of the hut. I'm in the cut and I'm out for the blood. It's looking like it's that time of the month. Carving them up with the bars while I sharpen them up. Dogging them up. I'm gonna fuck your mom in the butt with the thermometer. Fucking phenomenal. But you carving them up. What? Get the Glock and dump. Bitch, if you shot a tree, you wouldn't pop the pump. You're gonna cock the heat. Or get the Glock and dump. Bitch, if you shot a tree, you wouldn't pop the trunk. Yeah. And I'm buddies with Alfred. We about to disembowel them, gut them and scalp them. Yeah. This is about to be the bloodiest with Alfred. We about to.
It's Buttman.
Disembowel them, gut them and scalp them. Yeah, this is about to.
There it is.
Be the bloodiest outcome, cause we gon' make you bleed with every cut from this album.
Trying to see who's on here. So, you got the stand video there. So these are references to different videos. And look at with the Alfred Hitchcock, you have someone hanging there. This is great. So he's referencing different videos here too. That's cool. A little throwback.
So I'm chopping them up like Dahmer, the nut job with the nuts to the bigger than job of the hut. I'm in the cut and I'm out for the blood. It's looking like it's that time of the month. Carving them up with the bars while I sharpen them up. Dogging them up. I'm gonna fuck your mom in the butt with the thermometer. Fucking phenomenal.
Dude, what? With a thermometer, No. Hey, my mom's older. You don't want to put nothing up there. You okay, baby? Aww. So he does the thing here. He says, I'm gonna carving them up with bars while I sharpen M up. And like I'm gonna sharpen them up, but M is himself, right? So I'm sharpening M up. Dog and a mutt, right? So he's saying, listen, I'm sharper than dog's teeth. I bite. I bite really hard. And then he says, like, what do animals do? Animals are very animalistic. He says, I'm gonna effing I'm gonna use the word F, your mom. And then he uses the effing phenomenal, which is hilarious, because he's using a spin on the word effing. I'm
carving them up with the bars while I sharpen them up.
We're gonna miss the day that you stop. I hope the death of Slim Shady is not your last CD, dude, because that's gonna be a sad day.
Dogging them up, I'm gonna fuck your mom in the butt with the thermometer. Fucking phenomenal, but y'all look, you cut the fuck up like abdominals. If you don't vomit, no, I keep dropping like dominoes. The formidable, abominable, stomping the mud, holding my comp, even if it's off the top of the dome. Sound them, get the copper, tone them at the stop and go, copping the mop and glow. Got your stomach and knots like you swallowed rope. You out of pocket though, like a motherfucking wallet stone. Wait, why'd the beat cut off? Fuck it.
What was that? All right, so let's break this down. Lyrics right here. He says, y'all getting cut the F up like abominables. Abdominals. I can't even talk. Abdominals.
If you own a gun, then just buying.
If you don't vominos, let's just minimize this here. So he's like, listen, you're gonna get cut from the music, but you're also getting cut like in shape, like your admin, like your admin. Oh my gosh, I'm on business scheme here. Like your abs are. And then he says, if you don't get out of my way, the vamonos right there, let's go. That's what vamonos means. If you don't get out of my way and go, you're going to drop like dominoes. And we've all seen the dominoes lined up, you know, just dropping like dominoes. And that's a nice phrase there that we use. And then he says, Sonum, get the copper tone. Copper tone is suntan lotion. So he's doing the father son, like I'm the father, you're the son. I'm sunning you. Get your sunscreen, son. That's what he's saying here, which is brilliant. And then he says, I'm at the stop and go. I'm at the stop and go copping, going off that Copperstone one, and mop and glow. So he's buying some mop and glow. And then he says, got your stomach in knots like you swallowed rope. Wait, did I miss something here? Out of the pocket though, like a wallet. So what did I miss here? Yeah, so got your knots in stomach. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to catch this in. Y'all get cut the F up like abominals if you don't vominos. I keep dropping the dominoes of forbidden abominals. Stomping a mud hole in my comp, even if it's off the top of the dome. So this one is a tricky one because I wanted to say Austin Powers. Stone Cold Austin once said, stomp in a mud hole in your blank and walk it dry, meaning he was going to kick their butt. And what Paul, in my Bible scheme, what Eminem is saying, listen, I'm going to kick your butt even if it, you know, he says, in my competition, even if I have to do it from the top of the dome, even if I don't have to write a thing down, I can ad-lib all of this. And in this writing competition or lack of writing competition, when it comes to bars, I'm going to slaughter you, is what he's saying. And he says, your stomach is in knots. Obviously, that's an easy bar, like you swallowed rope. But also, if he's using now I'm going to say Austin Powers, the Stone Cold Austin bar, a wrestling bar, he's going to be on the ropes and he's going to jump and then body slam you. So that's a cool one there. And then he says, you out of pocket though, like a wallet stole, like a stolen wallet is out of your pocket. You're out of the pocket. You're out of place. I'm going to game you. And again, listen to all the bars that he shot down here. There's so many bars here, you know? So this was fire. This video is long. Guys, hit the subscribe button, and I'm just going to go and, you know, I don't know, dunk my head in ice water and just blow bubbles and let the steam come off of my head because this was sick. This was sick. And I've never, see, I know a lot of Eminem songs, but I've never had this one in my catalog ever. So this is like, even though it came out in 2020, it's a new one for me. And, oh, I gotta prepare for this album. This album's gonna be the death of me. It's gonna be music to murder me by. All right, guys. Thank you. I'm out. Bye.